Hey guys, and in this video we have so much to talk about Grands. Was so excited, and we had the craziest finishes on both EU and NA. Top 10 qual to globals, so a lot of dreams were made, but also a lot of dreams were crushed. So to recap EU, on EU, Vico and Flixie won by just 11 points, which is not even 2 kills. It was such an exciting finish. Vico and Flixie have been first throughout the entire weekend, and they finished it out strong. Second was Chapentini, getting 3 wins and coming so close again. Last season they also got a second, so congrats to this team. Really underrated. Even when their whole spot was nerfed to the ground, the boom bow was removed, everything was removed. And a controller. Chap is on controller and got second 2 times in a row. Chap is just such an underrated controller player. Swizzy and Vayniak got third after a great effort. Malbuk and Merstash fourth, making a pretty big comeback after day two. Rezon and Vadil in fifth, also making a huge comeback on day 2. That was a stacked top 5. So I'll quickly say all the other teams that qualified. CZB and Nathan in 6th, Ping and Vox in 7th, Yanis and Pixie in 8th, Sky and Scroll in 9th, Turtle and Cheeps in 10th, Prisma and Casper in 11th, Trulux and Chicho in 12th, Husty and Kovacs in 13th, and Giras and Cherry in 14th. Dell and Finade missed out by 1 placement, getting 15th. This was so close, and a few teams missed out on EU, but not as much on NA. So first I want to talk about 2 big teams that performed horribly. Queasy and Thomas HD in 35th. They got uncontested classic courts, but they still didn't prove that they were still one of the best. A bad season for them, but they already qualified to LAN, so hopefully they can perform well at LAN because they have what it takes. Seti and Cammy in 48th place, contested, and I was not expecting this team to perform so badly. So hopefully they get it together before LAN and they prove us wrong. So on to NA, we had a crazy day 2. So many comebacks and a lot of people missed out. So first place was Peterbot and Pollo, winning back-to-back Grands. And this has just been the craziest chapter for them. This duo got a 2nd place, a 1st place, and now another 1st place in Grands. I'm really excited to see what they would do in LAN now that Peterbot has an actual good duo, and hopefully if they are uncontested, we can finally see what Peterbot can do at in LAN. 2nd place was Batman, Booga, and Rapid, such an underrated team. They came so close to actually winning it when they had one last game. 3rd place was Acorn and Cold after the biggest day 2. They were like 35th after day 1 and finished in top 3. Such a good performance. They got like a 6th, a 1st, a 16th, a 1st, and 3rd. They were just so good. 4th place was Clicks and Vino. After being first the entire tournament, Clicks really struggled after game 10, after game 9. Under the pressure, he has not been close to a win since like his World Cup days, and there's been a lot of drama between Booga and Clicks. Apparently, Clicks thinks that Booga paid his roommate to go grief Clicks, so you can see those clips on Twitter, or you can go to Clicks' YouTube or Twitch and you can see. But apparently, Booga's roommate started griefing Clicks at the end of day 1, and on day 2, they broke their vending machine, and what Clix and Vino like to do is like they get forecast and like camp zone, loot up, and then rotate dead side. So they couldn't camp zone for too long since they had no meds because they broke their vending machine. And then on day 2, they ended up contesting them, but running away. They killed Vino in one of the games, and Clix managed to reboot him in Storm. So, good performance, but they missed out on getting the first. 5th place was Trashy and Threats. 6th place was Dukes and Sphinx. 7th place was Aviv and Booga. Wouldn't be a LAN without Booga. 8th, Bryce X and Bolts, playing one less game and still getting 8th. Very impressive. 9th was Victory and Paper. 10th, Muzz and Epic Whale, Clutch and Qual. 10th, Shadow and Virgo. And 12th, Baka and Pars. So I know there was so many duels being so close, and I really feel bad that the meta changed right before, because I think a lot of these teams would have made it. But such an underperformance by a lot of these teams. Tayson and Yamzo in 14th. Yamzo almost pulled off the solo clutch of a lifetime. Tayson died in the last game. 30 teams were still alive, and they had to get a top 5 with some kills to qual to LAN. Yamzo coming so close, but just couldn't pull through as a solo. Yapko and Quanti in 15th. Blaha and Mixon in 17th. Ritual and Reet in 22nd. Underperformance by them. I don't really know what happened. Vortec and Paco in 26th. Mongrel and Mr. Savage 27th. I really thought this duel could do it. They had the perfect script this entire chapter, and they just really couldn't pull through because the cactus was removed a day before Grands. They couldn't find a new strategy in time. So I really feel bad. Everyone thinks they could have actually qualled, but sad. Carly and Vert in 28th. Pink and Merrill in 29th. And Alex and Worthy in 38th. Alex and Worthy didn't have anything to lose. They came to NA for the experience and get ready, but this clearly shows that they're not ready. So 9 teams came to NA. 8 of them were actually from EU this season, and only 1 team managed to get in the top 10, Clix and Veno. So we will be having a LAN without a lot of these teams. Tayson and Mero, 2 of the GOATs of Fortnite competitive. They have won 5, 6 FNCSs. Mero actually winning the last LAN. And now we won't have a LAN without them. So it sucks. They came from EU all the way to NA to try to qual to LAN. And only Clix and Vino pulled through. So now I will say the top 50 teams that will be playing in Dallas in a few months for hundreds of thousands of dollars. So our 7 teams on EU that will be playing in the LAN will be Malabuka Merstash, Queasy and Thomas HD, Swizzy and Vanyak, Chapantini, Cami Seti, Rizan Vadil, Andalak Sato, Vico Flixie, CZB and Nathan, Ping and Vox, Yanis Pixie, Sky Scroll, Turtle Cheeps, Prism Casper, Trulex Chicho, Hudi Kovacs, and Jiras and Cherry. Our 14 teams from NA will be Acorn Cold, Peterbot Poyo, Reet Ritual, Cooper Kanata, Batman Booga Rapid, Aviv Booga, Trashy Threats, Duke Sphinx, Clix Vino, Bryce X Bolts, Victory Paper, Muzz Epic Will, Shadow Virgo, and Baka and Pars. Our 5 teams from Brazil will be Kedu and Siun, Ed Persa, King and Phaser, yes, World Cup King, Gon and Knight, Keiki and Churro. So our 5 teams from Asia will be Zagu and Shilam, Job Michael, Zimpoli, Kyoto, Rise, Yuma, Bobby, and Larkbacks. Our 5 teams from Middle East will be Calgamer and 7-Man, Adapter, FKS, Arrow, WQ, Cram and Clone, Snowy and Smikey. Our top 4 teams from Oceania will be Alex and Worthy, Daneth Tinka, Kazi Aspect, Resigns, and Demo. Sorry about the pronunciations. Congrats to everyone who made it. The Esports World Cup will be in next week, so don't forget to subscribe and not miss out. That's it for this big video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.